Good Anna morning.
Good Anna morning.
Oh. Warn me when you're about to do that and I'll mute you first.
Okay, but I've done it now.
Yeah.
It's done. Has been done. Good morning. I'm sorry that we're a bit late. We were asleep. Very asleep.
Yeah, let me just let the big bar know that we're streaming.
Hey, Peg Bar.
Because I don't know where we're streaming to currently. I think it might only be Twitch.
Is YouTube not working again?
Nope. Maybe there's something in the settings that needs re-updated. I'll do some tests later on to see whether I can stream directly to YouTube.
Good idea.
For now.
Hey, morning, Steiny.
Morning, Steiny.
How are you? How's it going, pal?
Oh my god, my keyboard just stopped working.
No way. Really?
Yeah, way.
Sigh. It's just another manic Friday. And nothing is working. It's my side day. And I start working. Just another manic Friday.
I have no idea how to get my keyboard to start working other than restarting my computer.
Have you tried plugging it in and out?
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, like un-USB it, then re-USB it.
Literally typing and
Have you paid your keyboard license subscription fee? Been having a hard time motivating yourself this week. That does happen sometimes. When that happens to me, I tend to look at stuff that I want to make myself. Like I look at other people's work that inspires me, and it makes me want to get back like down to work and do more stuff so I can try and become more like that or make something similar. That's awesome though, you're pushing Sarah's design, you like how it's coming. How are you pushing it? Welcome! How have you been? No, look, Mike. Remove the device! Failed to complete action. If you would like the keyboard to start working, press Y. Yes, Steiny, that sounds awesome. Deciding what shoes to give her rather than going with generic loaves. Those little touches. They make a big difference. What don't you know? Is it still not working?
Yeah, I simply don't know how to get it to work. I mean, I've unplugged it, removed the device, then when I replugged it in, it was like, you know, like installing new USB mic, like USB keyboard. I'm like, cool. I still not recognize anything.
That is weird. I'm not sure what to suggest other than restarting your computer, but if you do that, the Steam will drop down.
Yeah.
Do you need your computer? I mean, your keyboard?
Well, none of my keyboard shortcuts work in Photoshop.
Yeah.
So I don't need it, but I'm not going to be able to change brush size or change tool.
Well, you are. You're just not going to be able to do it with a shortcut.
So, well, this could be really infuriating.
See it as a challenge. See it as the non-undo challenge.
Let me try it in a different port.
Okay. That's what Steiny suggests as well. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you don't have any art classes this year. You can always doodle in your spare time. I've got inconsistent this sleeve, it's very inconsistent. And I think it's from this frame that it starts to get weird and inconsistent, so I'll try and fix it from here. I think I wasn't completely sure how long his sleeves were going to be, so they kept changing.
Yeah, no, I swapped the mouse and the keyboard around, and the mouse is still working. So it must be a software thing.
Is there? I mean, this sounds stupid, but is there a driver you need to like update or something?
If there is, like, I literally can't search it, or like without a keyboard.
You can. You can use the on-screen keyboard in the accessibility menu. I've had to do that in the past when my keyboard hasn't worked.
How do I get to accessibility?
You go to control panel. And then there should be like a usability and accessibility thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and Steiny's also suggesting the device manager to disable and then re-enable it.
Look at this. Devices. I've already tried removing the device and plugging it back in, so this is a fresh USB of it.
Fresh.
I don't know how to get to.
Usability.
Yeah.
Just keep looking in the control panel until you find the right option.
Is that settings one the Windows 10 equivalent of control panel?
Maybe. Oh no, Clueless Wanderer. You left your maths assignment. Even worse, I'm terrible at maths, so I'm not even going to be able to help you. Oh, Clueless Wanderer, leaving your work so late. I, the great India, have never been late with work. Hereby judge you. Because I desperately tried to get my own deadline done. Yeah, now I can completely remove that, which was a bad bit of drawing. And probably should remove.
Okay, I have an on-screen keyboard now.
There you go. Now the world's your oyster. The world is your oyster, my friend.
Click, 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 click. At least I'm not completely powerless now.
Hey man, so long as you've got friends, anything is possible. I can't believe you took the time to type "this is stupid." Do you realise how long it's going to take you to type now? Typing is a valuable resource to you.
Yeah.
You need to manage it appropriately. Trying to get these hands feeling more consistent by copying and pasting a couple of them.
Okay, I think we can work with this. I'll just restart my computer after the stream.
Yeah. So what were you going to work on today, Mike?
Um. I don't know. Maybe I should work on something that won't require a keyboard too much.
You could type an essay.
Let me just check that. Yeah, my microphone is on. Cool. Yeah, I could attempt to type an essay.
Type an essay on the importance of having a keyboard.
That would be the most frustrating Frustrating exercise. I think what I'll do is I'll do a study of like the kind of female face structure that I would want to have Robin to have.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a sound plan. Oh no, what trouble has Noah been having? And Clueless Wonder, don't worry, it happens to the best of us. But you're getting to it now. I hope it's going well. Hope you're mathing appropriately.
Math like no one has ever mathed before.
Yep. Math your heart out. I'm wondering whether this stripe is something that I should do in colouring rather than outline, because I'm worried that you know what, I think I'm going to do this stripe in post instead. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this stripe in colour so that it doesn't have any outlines, because trying to outline a very thin stripe at the minute is taking a lot of time and not looking very good. So I'm going to get rid of it.
Okay.
And then we'll use a brush when we come to colour and just pop a stripe on there. And it'll be much easier to adjust because it won't be part of the line art layer. Yeah, good luck, Clueless Wanderer. You can do it. We believe in you. Do that maths. Do that maths. Solve that question. Complete homework before class tomorrow.
Okay, I can use my tablet. So if I can get
Can you do the thing where you can ask it to recognize your handwriting?
Oh, I don't even want to try that now. Okay. This is a no keyboard run. I feel like I'm
No
nuzlocking.
keyboard run.
Feel like I'm nuzlocking Photoshop.
Photoshop Nutslock would be no undos. And if you screw up the painting, you're never allowed to paint again.
That's not. No, that's like. No. Okay, so what would be the equivalent of a Pokemon fainting in Photoshop? Like maybe
like you can only use each color once. Like once you switch color, you can't go back to that color again. No eye drop.
no eye drop might be good.
No eye drop. No undos. Or history. I think no transparency might be interesting. Like no pressure sensitivity.
Yeah. Hey, Rolando.
Orlando. We're just late because we slept in. Because we're very tired people at the moment. So apologies for the lateness of starting at 8. What was it, 8:15 or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's our fault. Our alarms went and we snoozed them without thinking. Like in the morning, I just don't connect alarm to what time it is. It just becomes thing which wakes me up.
I think also in the past you've had so many alarms that in your unconscious waking up state you're like, oh, I'll have another one. But now you've got less alarms on. You're not trying to wake yourself up at 4 or 5 o'clock anymore.
Maybe. I think I also I need help. Just because I can't care about, like if I care about the amount of stuff I'm caring about every day, I'm trying to keep that all in my head. Trying to
sleep with it all in your head.
Be responsible for getting myself and you up with the alarms and stuff is just too much.
Okay. Stop using your phone at night, says Orlando.
No caps. How come? Just because is it bad for you? I can see it being bad for you.
I think it just keeps you awake. It's not that you're using your phone, but we use the phone as the alarm. Yeah.
It's true. Like, I was too tired yesterday to use my phone. Oh, can you hear that tiredness? It's the yawns. See, you're making your brain think it's daytime. And then Beth is like, but I use my phone at night and it makes me sleepy as long as the rest of the room is dark.
We don't know the science behind LED screens. When you awake.
As in, we personally don't know it, or we as people, like humans, don't know it?
Oh, I personally don't.
Yeah, it's true. The only thing you think is if you do it consistently at night, your body will probably start to think it is night because you're consistently doing it at night. So it's being trained to associate that time with the phone.
Perhaps.
Giving him the shirt seemed like such a good idea, you know, at the time.
I'm actually considering like just removing my Facebook profile completely.
How would your mum get in contact with you?
That's the only thing stopping me. But like my parents that use it to contact me.
Yeah. And it's a shame because I think it's cool that your parents embraced Facebook. However, Facebook is terrible. And I'm happier without it.
Yeah. Emily deleted their Facebook a few days ago.
Oh, really? Just a few days ago? Congratulations, Emma. Oh, blue light sends signals to your brain to make less melatonin. Melatonin makes sleep hormones. Well, that seems to make sense.
Yeah, like it makes you think that there's a daylight source. You've been on Facebook since 2004. That is a while.
That is a long time.
I think it came out in 2008 or 9 though.
I think
Before that was MySpace and Bebos and shit.
I think it's good that you deleted it, Emma. Nothing to hold you back anymore. No, you sure that Bebo didn't come out after Facebook?
Sure.
As like a rival, but it just didn't take off.
I'm sure. MySpace was like one of the first.
No, you're right. Actually, yeah, Bebo was a MySpace rip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Fixed that as best I could. I believe I still have an in-between in here somewhere to do. Wherefore art thou frame with no legs? Are you in here somewhere? Ah! Sis! The lack of leg, that's what it is. Which means it's probably where I need to put the smashed cello.
Cello. Cello smash.
Cello, 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 cello. Cello.
What sound do you think a cello would make before it was smashed?
No, please. I have a family.
A woodwind? No, we're not woodwind. String family.
Exactly. I have string children.
India, do you think if a cello was ever a physicist, it would study string theory?
Yes.
Ah.
You think it would eat nothing but string beans?
Yeah.
Well, that's that joke exhausted.
Yeah. We don't know any others. String cheese. There's string cheese in there. Snacks on string cheese.
That's right, Mike. String cheese is a thing as well. That involves string.
Orlando, that little face. Who is that face? Like, because I've seen it used so often, and I've never like thought to question like what the significance of that face is.
Everyone got that face. Everyone got that face. Everyone got that face. Who's that face? I don't know, but everyone's got that face.
And yeah.
Everyone's got that face. Everyone's got that face. I don't know who that face is, but everyone got it. Who is it?
It's the Kappa emote. It was a guy who worked at Twitch. Right, okay.
And now he's immortalized forever.
On the platform, yeah. Whoa, someone's actually like giving it color. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Look how fast misinformation was spread and then corrected. If the correction wasn't there, we just assume it was someone that worked at Twitch.
Just gonna have some hot tea because it's so cold today. Yeah. Hey, hey, oh, ha, ho, hey, ha, ho, ha, ya, ho, ho, hi, ho, hi. I like that song, and sometimes it gets stuck in my head.
You've seen the Grumps do that, right?
Yeah. Oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, return to innocence.
You're right, we can't be sure of anything when left.
Least of all, pigeons.
There's a number of Spider-Man missions that involve pigeons on the game.
I bet there are.
There are.
That'd be just like Spider-Man.
Told you.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I remarked it just because I remember like first swinging around and being like, oh, they've even added pigeons. But it's like, oh, the pigeons have a function. They're not just background. I'm waiting for the squirrel mission.
Unless he's heckling me. How dare you? Don't you know that I am that man's son and I've inherited his legacy of singing that song? You know that is true. You know, if I was gonna have some kind of stroke, then that would be the way I would want to do it.
Singing that song.
Yeah. How dare you tell me to... How... This is my stage, Emma. You come to my stage and you throw a tomato at me. This will not stand, sir.
Kick him, India.
How'd you like that? Not so tough now, are you? Eh?
Kick him again.
What you gonna do?
With all those kicks.
If you save them, I think they'll probably amass interest and then you can give them back to me later. I'll open my mouth and receive the marshmallows gratefully. I'll receive your marshmallows, Emma.
I'll receive one.
I'll receive your marshmallows. That would be a great thing to yell during sex. Receive my marshmallows.
Why does it sound so lewd?
Receive my marshmallows!
Prepare yourself to receive my marshmallow.
It is vaguely threatening.
What else does one do with marshmallows but receive it?
I don't know, give them.
There's that.
You have to use one of those of equivalent exchange when it comes to marshmallows.
I would like to play Splatoon, but we don't have a Switch.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have one. even though they'd probably really enjoy playing Splatoon together.
This is not working. What do I get?
Commissions! Commissions to get a Switch.
Okay, so we don't have the time to do the commissions nor the time to play it at the moment, but next year maybe.
Yeah. We have an awesome friend who's sometimes in the streams called Kieran, and he offered to lend us the Switch. So maybe when we have more time, we'll be able to
Borrow it. Yeah.
And then we'll probably be obsessed with it and be like, well, we need to buy one.
That could well happen.
Well, we have to have one now. I could do a smear here. Could be pretty fun. Put multiple feats on him. Give him multiple feats. Give him multiple feats. Bitter batter, multiple.
I need to learn how to draw noses better. I don't do them well.
You have such awesome reference that right here for you.
I do, yeah.
You borrowed your friend's Switch for like 8 months. When did you play on it, Steiny? Maybe we've had this conversation before. I've got a terrible memory, so it's possible. Oh, it could be a foot here, and a foot there. Breath of the Wild.
Breathe.
Breath of Wild.
Breath.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Child.
Breath of the Child. Love that game. That's one of the ones we do really want to get.
Yeah. We did finish Hilda.
We did.
Was that right? They say.
Mike really liked it.
I liked a lot about it, yeah.
Yeah, and I also liked a lot about it. So there are a few things that I was less a fan of, but honestly, I think it's great. I think it's a great show. I think it just wasn't the show I was expecting it to be. That's all.
Yeah, it does some unexpected things, but that just makes it all the more Hilda. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I think they did a fantastic job. I think if they'd made it the way I wanted them to make it, then it wouldn't have been Hilda. So
Boom.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly, Emma. What a twist. What a twist! Oh, I wish I had like a amazing massive fleece of fluffiness that was so soft and warm. Maybe I'll get a hot water bottle today and use that.
Yeah.
I'm in a little need of something.
Emma liked the part where Harry Potter died at the end of Hilda. It came out of nowhere, and then Master Chief took off his helmet, and he was actually Michael Jackson.
Whoa.
True story.
Yeah, I thought that part was
Massive
interesting
favorite.
thematically, but I felt like it really went against the deep undertones and the kind of political propaganda that they were pushing with it.
There's something really nice in that travel program I was watching where there's a city in Vietnam where every Sunday there's this like park in the city and everyone would go out and just play games together and dance, and like people would come with go-karts and uh like stilts and circus equipment. Everyone just spend time together. Like real nice.
That sounds sweet.
Yeah.
Like you, me lad. A sweet, sweet boy.
Yeah.
Sweet bear.
I'm so sweet.
You are. Like syrup. It was really sweet. Yesterday he went out and he was like, I'm gonna go and do a shop. What would you like from the supermarket? And I was like, oh, what I really want is an iced coffee from the coffee shop. But I know you're not going there, so just get me one of those like Starbucks things. The bottled Starbucks drinks from the supermarket instead.
Yeah.
And he came back here, he got me like an iced coffee from the coffee shop as well as the shopping. And like a cake thing.
Yeah.
So nice.
And a dime bar.
And a dime bar.
And dime.
And a dime bar. And a dime bar. So it was a pack of 3.
Oh right, yeah.
We need to be like more of an arc with the head here. Strike that match. Do do do. Knock me down again. Do do do. Something something. La 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 la. That's fair. Okay. Okie dokie.
Dr. John.
Yeah, and now these hands need to be more similar because they're already pretty similar. Okay, this is feeling like it's going to be a better in between.
I'm glad to hear it, Andy.
Although, do I even need this? Do I even need an in between? Sure. Why not?
Thanks, brush.
It's going to be hard to make Aaron look like he's continually laughing through this.
Orlando's story time. I was at work yesterday and I had this really cute lady customer and I was trying to help her. I tried to be as accommodating as I could because she was making the switch from Android to iOS because of work. But one of my bosses, who wasn't very good at his job, kept trying to suggest more items for me to sell her, and he even tried to give her a phone she did not want. Oh.
What a doof. What a doof. Sir, she does not want this phone. This phone she does not want. Why do you try to push it to her?
This phone that she does not want.
This phone she does not want. No, Emleth. We should not try to sell the things.
If she's already if she's already come in to make the switch to from one to another, then your job is to sell them the thing that they want. I think.
No one likes being upsold to. You used to have to do that at game a lot.
Like, imagine you offered someone a plate of cakes and they take one of them and you're like, well, what about this one? What about this? You want this one as well? Like, no.
It's more like you offer them like a cake for 50 cents or something, and they're like, okay, I'll take a cake, and then you're like, but this you want this one instead, and you offer them like a piece of brioche, and it's €2, and they're like, but I wanted cake, and you're like, the brioche is better.
Yeah.
The brioche, and they're like, okay, fine, I'll have the brioche, and then you're like, do you want chocolate with that? And
Yeah.
they're like, no, it's fine, and you're like, do you want icing with that? And
Yeah.
like, no, it's fine, and then they're like, what if something happens to the brioche on the way to your mouth? Do you want to insure your brioche? And you're like, just let me eat it.
Let me eat the cake that I didn't order.
So you were polite as you could be, and she even pointed out to you, your boss is horrid. Do you like working here? I said, no. And we had a nice conversation, and afterwards when she came back to the store, she smiled at me and gave me a Starbucks card. I gave her my phone number. She was cute. Maybe you'll see her again, Orlando. 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 Meeting cute ladies in the store. Romancing them with his niceness. Maybe your romance will bloom.
But even if it doesn't, it's a nice story.
I'm sure you'll find a soulmate, Orlando. Maybe this cute lady is it. Maybe she's not. But I hope that she gets back to you. Yeah, I get it. Although, I've had times when I've been bored of being alone. And I've got into a relationship because I was like, well, I'm tired of being alone. And then been like, you know what, being alone was better. Because this is, like, I don't like this person enough. And now it's weird and awkward trying to make it work. And I would really just like to have my own time back. But maybe this lady will stoke the fires of romance in you.
Maybe.
It's true. Some people may need the salve. I suppose it's very much in the way in which you pushed it onto them.
Yeah, like you can recommend things without being forceful.
It's true.
It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Yeah, that's one of the options there, I guess. After in between this mustache. Must in between it correctly.
there's a shop that sells soap things called Lush, and the company kind of etiquette and policy is for the youth, for like people to actively go up to people that are browsing to help them. But what ends up happening is you dismiss everyone. Like everyone comes up to you like, "How are you getting on? Can I tell you about this?" Like, "No, no, I'm just looking."
It
And
puts
then
me off going in the shop.
and then another like salesperson will come up and ask the same question, and you'll make your way around the shop, and six people will have tried to have talked to you.
It's actually literally that bad. Like 6 people will have been like, "Are you okay there? Can I help you? Is there anything you're looking for?" And you're like, "No, I'm okay." And you'll walk to the next thing, and there'll be someone there, and they'll be like, "Hey, how are you doing? Do you need anything in particular today?" And you're like, "No, I'm just looking."
Yeah,
And then you like make your way to the counter, and on the way, someone's like, "Do you have everything you need? Are you sure you don't want anything?" And you're like, "Ah!" It
yeah,
puts me off going to the store because I know that depending on how busy it is. I think the thing is when it gets busy, they don't see that you've already been asked by
yeah,
someone.
yeah,
And I think it must be their company policy where they're like, you have to approach people who've come into the store.
yeah. If you're not engaged with someone, then go and engage yourself with someone.
But it's very uncomfortable.
So I think a new tactic I would employ is just keep the attention of one for the whole time and just talk to them. Not even about Lush, just talk, and then you won't get approached by anyone else. Could be the way to go.
Maybe I should make him blink at this point. We just check. Ah! I dropped my pen. Sorry. I was shocked and annoyed. Yeah, I think I'll put a blink in here. Can you believe it? $1,000 for a phone. $1,000.
I don't know what did you just do there, India?
I dropped my pen.
Ah, dropped your pen.
You know, sometimes I'm drawing and my hand just like spazzes out and the pen just flies away from me through the air. It's very distressing. I'm sorry that I made a weird sound.
Isn't what her nose looks like at all.
Could not. Still looks very nice though. She asked me.
Thanks. We'll ask you in the future. Give me good vibes.
Gonna give you some good vibrations in your face. Gonna give you some good vibrations.
In
Help
the
you
face.
draw that woman. Get
Okay.
the nose right. Paint it good.
Oh yeah.
Good vibrations in this neighborhood. Ooh, yeah.
Let's flip it.
You sound like you'd be a good person to have in a shop, Rolando. That definitely sounds bearable. One thing I appreciate about you, Emma, is that you often offer the point of view of the company or client, which I think can sometimes get forgotten. And I think you make some super good points with that kind of stuff. Like, things are the way they are for a reason. People are trying to make them that way, and trying to ask people to ask customers how they're doing for good intentions. Like, it comes from a place of wanting to give the customer what they want, because ultimately, if you get a happy customer, then they're more likely to come back. So it's definitely not designed to put the customer off. I think it's just that sometimes people execute it poorly. Alright, at least in Lush they definitely do. Oh Lush, I like your soaps, but your store scares me. Like, I appreciated also the debate we had that one time where we were talking about how some artists can sell their art for a lot of money, and some artists can sell their art for not very much money, despite there being not much difference.
Yeah.
And people were like, is the art really worth that much money? And MF was like, well, it's worth how much people are prepared to pay for it.
Yeah, for sure.
And artists shouldn't feel bad for charging amounts that people are prepared to pay, because if people are prepared to pay,
then they've made the choice to pay
yeah,
that.
then like, it's by definition worth that much, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's like the difference between being made aware that something is available that you might be interested in, and feeling like you're being bullied into buying something.
Yeah, if you feel like they're strong arming you. But if they're approaching you with like, what are your needs? What do you need? What can I help with?
Yeah, or giving you bad guidance to get you to buy a more expensive thing.
Yeah.
This is probably why Mike and I are not very good business people.
Well, at the end of the day, capitalism is about manipulating people into believing that they need the thing that you are trying to give them. And that manipulation can be positive or not positive. You're still changing the way that they previously felt. I mean, the easiest thing to sell someone to is someone who already wants what you've got. Like, I want that thing. Cool, you want that thing. Here you go. I will give you that thing.
Yeah. I'm sure there are people who go in and just know exactly what they want straight off the bat. That's cool, Emma. Just the thought of placing the idea in people's heads that there's a more expensive option, but that is better. And people often choose that option with art. That's very cool. I'd love to hear an example, Emma, as someone who would like to maybe sell art at some point in the future, but has no clue how to go about it. Would that be, say, the difference between a sketch and a coloured image or something? When it comes to commissions, when it comes to commish-mashes. What you giggling boot?
It's like they're having a discussion that seems like they're at odds, but I think they're actually agreeing on most points.
Mutual agreement. We will agree to agree.
We will agree to agree. I wish people did that more often.
Agreed to agreed.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be agreed just? Bad joke.
Good joke.
Bad joke.
Good joke if you tell it well.
It's been one day since you looked at me, put an orange in my bag and said I'm sorry. Da, 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 da.
Put an orange in their bag.
Something like that. They did something and said that they were sorry. Can't remember exactly what they did.
I once worked in an art shop, and a woman came in. It was a contemporary art shop that sold fine art prints and things, like framed originals, and giclée prints and all that stuff. And she walks in and goes, "Hello, do you sell any weed killer?" And I was like, I literally blank. Like, where can I find your weed killer? And I don't know if like the paintings of flowers gave her a false advertisement for what the store did, but my manager sort of just was like, "I'll handle it. I'll handle this."
It must be a garden store. Pictures of flowers.
Yeah.
So MLF says, yeah, no, I usually give them different versions. Like, I can do this with simple lighting, which looks good. Or I can have it be an evening scene with rim light and all kinds of goodies. Yeah, well, when you put it that way, I can totally see why they'd go with the more expensive option. It's a really good way of doing it. I like it. Because it's very earnest as well. It's like, I would prefer to do you the more fun version where I get to really play with the lighting. It's just going to take me more time. That's true. But then, a lot of people don't even make choices out of compassion and honesty.
Yeah. Yeah, if you make a decision that's like based on greed. Like the thing is you wouldn't be preventing them from buying the lower scale product. They were like, "No, I'll go with that." Then you'll be like, "Okay."
Yeah, they totally have the option. But it definitely makes it sound more attractive. And it would be more attractive though. Like, literally when it comes to art, you'll be getting something that you put more time into.
Yeah.
And probably had more fun with.
Like the thing with commissions is you don't have a big stock of things behind you to give them.
Yeah, exactly. It's all made bespoke for the person.
I was at I was tabling at the weekend last weekend, and we have this bear print, but we also have postcard versions of it. And there's a number of times where I would sell postcards of the bear print, like a postcard version of the bear, because people had seen the bear, but they saw the low cost option of the postcard. And while that sold more postcards, maybe if the postcards weren't there, they would buy the print.
Yeah. Maybe so. You just need to learn how to upsell your postcards, Mike.
Yeah. So I could have been like, "Oh, you're getting the postcard," but wouldn't the print look so much better on your wall?
I was thinking more like you could be like, "Oh, you know, when you get a postcard, the prints are discounted."
All right, yeah.
And then you're trying to sell them print as well, then they might be like, oh, well, in that case, maybe I'll get the bear as a big print, but just get a different postcard.
Yeah, maybe. But for most of the day, no one realized that we had pins. So I made a little sign for them, and as soon as I put the pin thing down, someone was like, "Oh, what's the story behind the pins?" And I was like, "Oh, they're from this book here." And I like gave them the book, and they were so surprised that there was a genuine like book, a written story about the pins, that they were like, "Whoa, I didn't expect that." But the pins sold the book to this person.
Well, you sold the book to that person, you clever bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aiden's like, are you sure you don't want this? Like, that's very obvious. It's gonna make me doubly stubborn. Sounds like you're really good at it, Rolando. I think that's one of the reasons I wasn't a great employee though with game.
You wouldn't sell things.
Yeah, I wasn't good at the upselling because I'd be too empathetic towards the people I was selling to, because I'm someone who barely ever buys anything extra if I don't absolutely need it.
Right, yeah.
Like even stuff like insurance, I would like, I'll just be careful with it.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay an extra like 30 pounds or euros to make sure that it's insured for a year. So whenever I was talking to customers, I'd be like, you could get insurance, but if you're careful with it, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'd be like, you go with the deluxe edition, but it's really only got this and this in it.
Yeah, like the last time I went to GameStop, I bought Spider-Man. As I was buying it, the guy was like, "Do you want to get like insurance on this?" It was €5, and I was like, don't know. And he was like, "You could literally like, if you got this, you could literally take the disc out in front of me and snap it, and I would have to replace it." And I was like, "Has anyone ever like done that?" He was like, "No." But I was like genuinely curious. Where it was like, you could pick up the disc, snap it in front of my face right now, and we would be legally obliged to replace that disc. Like, that's a stupid policy.
Someone who just comes in with a bunch of fibers and just keeps giving them 5 to snap another disc.
Well, you have to buy the game. It would be like €65.
Well, it wouldn't be for every, it'd be for the first.
Yeah. There's €5 on top of.
Like, do they have to pay insurance again when they get a new disc? They just keep snapping.
Keep snapping discs.
Adding to them.
Oh man, no! I think it would be per disc. Otherwise, that's a really, really bad loophole.
That's OP. Yeah, Aiden, I find mistakes a comfort. When I see people make mistakes, I feel for them because I know what it's like to do that. I've made mistakes in almost everything I've ever done. It seems like you kind of have the best of both worlds going on, Rolando. Where you're empathetic and kind in terms of suggesting things, but you do suggest things.
Yeah. How's the keyboardless experience been? It's okay. Like, every so often I reach to like press the keys that would increase my brush size, and nothing happens. But aside from that, I'm doing okay. Like I've got the brush size up in the top right, with a slider. It has slowed me down, but in a way, it's made me think more about what strokes I have to put down. Yeah, if you ever want an extra challenge with your photoshopping, Nuzlocke your keyboard.
Nuzlocke your keyboard.
I do have keyboard shortcuts on my pen though, so it's a little bit. I can like color pick and brush.
Hey man, you're not allowed to color pick.
No, the discussion was what would be Pokemon Nuzlocke, not what the hell I was doing. I'm just a pure not got a keyboard.
You cheated.
I'm not cheating.
Yeah, you must be punished. To
Okay.
the stocks.
Ooh.
Gonna throw marshmallows at you.
Restream has given Safe a like little like lightning battery. That's
Whoa.
pretty cool.
Why is it giving it to him?
I don't know. Is that like a Twitch Prime thing?
Can I have it?
You want a little lightning battery?
No.
No.
It's very cool though.
It's a weird old Twitch thing. Okay.
Huh. Well, what do you know?
I know nothing apparently.
Guess not. Guess you're truly ignorant of the old ways. Where's your tradition, boy?
Oh, you wanted an art challenge. That's awesome.
That's really cool. Nice job.
I do think in some ways for like the user, Twitch is cooler than YouTube.
In some ways, definitely. Yeah, I agree. Just not in the ways which are most important to me at the minute.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the reason why I'm sticking with YouTube for now. It's more suitable for what I want. But yeah, I can definitely see the advantages of Twitch.
Did you know that Twitch ran an animation competition?
I think I was aware of that.
Yeah, Aaron was one of the judges.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And the winning thing was super cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to take part in one of those, but if I remember rightly at the time, I was pretty busy too.
Yeah.
Wow, that arm is weird. What did I do? What did you even do?
I'm gonna grab.
Okay, go for it.
Gonna grab the reference and zoom in. I think.
You're not allowed to zoom on Nuzlocks. That's cheating!
That can't be a thing. Copy.
It is a thing. You're not allowed to copy and paste either.
No. It can't be true.
It is true. It's true because I'm making the rules.
You're making the rule.
Yes, I am, and it's not. It's not legal.
Okay.
Like you mark the third Markison. No worries, Aiden. Thanks for coming and hanging out.
Here we go.
Good luck with the work.
Yeah, I think her nose is wider than I have.
I want to see some buck nakeds.
You want to see some buck naked?
Yeah. I want to see some deer-headed men.
Not today.
Aww. When do I get to see them, Mike?
Not today.
When?
I don't know, but not today because I'm doing this.
What sound does a deer make?
I don't know. Is that so?
Maybe. I don't know. Do they go like?
I think deer can be quite terrifying when they do make a noise.
That's what I would guess, but I don't know.
I don't think I've quite got her complexion yet.
So, did we not manage to stream on YouTube today?
No.
So it's still being weird.
As far as I know, yeah. We're on Picardo and we're on Twitch.
Maybe we need to check our settings again.
Yeah.
Like re-enter in the code and everything, or the address.
Yeah. Oh no, I just edit.
No, Michael Nuzlocke. You're terrible.
Fine image. It's because I just put a whole thing over the mouth that I thought was working kind of well.
Yeah, well, you know, that's the nature of a Nuzlocke, isn't it?
Okay.
Strike that match. Move that pen. Write a list and write it down again. I need to go through and seal off all the arms at some point.
Seal them off, huh?
Seal them off.
Trap
Make
them
sure no one can
forever.
ever find them. My tomb of arms. Because they disappear behind the piano. And if they're going to get filled with colour, I'm going to need to make sure that there is a full outline and no open gaps.
I think I need like slightly green tone. Green or grey or something. Yeah. Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful. It's all too beautiful. It's all too beautiful. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. We're not going to a schoolism thing. I'd really like to.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too pricey for us.
Yeah, it was too expensive for us to be able to afford it. You know, because whenever we go to an event, we have to take into account both our tickets.
Yeah.
So rather than being, how much is it per ticket? 300.
Yeah, it's 300.
So we'd have to pay 600 for both of us to go, which is like we just don't have that money at the minute. We don't have the time either, to be honest. Like we're really working hard on deadlines at the minute, for various projects. Where are you going? Okay, I still have a hairless frame. The great hairless wonder.
Oh, cool. They're going just for Sundays. They're a massive Black Frog fan. Nice.
That's so cool.
I went to a schoolism event like that, but it was in London a few years ago. They are really good.
Have an awesome time. Have fun for us as well. For we shall be sat working. Thanks. Yeah, that'll be really cool. One of the things I really like about Dublin is that the community of artists is really small and intimate. Like, there's a lot of artists in Dublin.
Yeah.
But they tend to all be connected to one another. So it feels small and intimate even though there's a lot of people.
There's cool games companies of people that I don't know as well. I mainly know the animation circle.
Yeah. Are there a lot of game companies in Dublin? I thought that was something that...
There's a few.
That's awesome. I'd feel like there would be some kind of crossover there.
Yeah, with people going to the schoolism thing, sure.
Seth is asking which ones.
Which ones are in Dublin?
I think, I mean like gaming studios, I'm guessing.
Oh, there was one, I think it was called Black Rock. Maybe not that.
No, it wouldn't be BlackRock.
That's something else.
Yeah.
Something like that.
BlackRock Studios.
I'd Google it, but I don't have Google at the moment. Yeah.
I remember seeing one which was doing like quite a cute pirate looking game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I thought would be pretty perfect for you. A lot of comic book artists too.
That's true. Why don't you just do a Google of games companies? Dublin? I would, but I've got no keyboard at the moment. There's also the Romero studio, but I don't think that's in Dublin.
What's the Romero Studio?
Is it? No, wait, is it Romero? Oh, I'm getting so confused. It's not Romero, unless it is. Yeah, John Romero. He was the guy that was behind things like Wolfenstein, Doom, that sort of thing. He now lives in uh, Ireland making stuff. It might even be, yeah, over in Galway. So this is slowly trending away from what the model actually looks like. It's annoying. I feel like I had the like closer before. Set back to there. Yeah.
Stepping back again.
Yeah.
Not allowed to.
For
Smells
the,
like.
for the interest of not going insane. I will step back.
Step back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, you're so mad, but you won't give up that easy.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on with the eyes that need light and tone. Not got yet.
We should maybe head off, Mike.
Want to?
Well, it's nearly 10.
Sure. Oh, let me restart my computer. Oh yeah, bringing in the sclera, the whites of the eyes, helps recontextualize the values and things. I mean, I think they are slightly brighter in the reference. I've got them. I think sometimes when I approach um, painting, I almost do it from like a really complicated direction, and like simply describing the forms as they are often results in a better result. If that makes sense. Like I try and feel it out, but if I just draw the structure of an eye, um, as it is as I'm looking at it, rather than trying to like get guess it more. I don't know. Does that make any sense?
We rather drawing surface details if thinking about form.
Yeah, more like I lay down blocks of like really loose shapes and things, then refine back and back and back and back. Like if I actually look at the shape, form, and stuff, just stop trying to overcomplicate it and try and simplify it back, I'll get more of a solidity to it than I usually do. I don't know. I think it's just that I overcomplicate what doesn't need to be complicated in an effort to make it feel more unpredictable.
Yeah.
But the process doesn't really need to be as unpredictable.
Do you want to head off, Steve?
Yeah. Sorry, just finishing that. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, and we will be back next week.
Yes.
But we hope you have a great weekend, and that whatever you're planning to do and whatever you're aspiring for, or whatever's happening, that it goes well and you enjoy yourself.
Yep. Have an awesome weekend. We will aspire to do the same. I'll aspire to get this finished so it's ready for colour, as well as my other projects. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's been a cool, sleepy morning.
Yeah. So take care, and may the rest
Of your day
be filled
with
adventure. Bye-bye.
Bye.